to preface this, um, I applied for this job a long time ago. Almost, I want to say about 6 months. Maybe more like 4.5. But the point is, I applied for a job, just a very basic, entry level help desk position. And for those who know me, I'm a network technician. I've been working as a network technician for about 10 years. Um, very experienced at the job. Very passionate about it. People will know from my content that while I don't often talk about my work experience or anything involving finding work in the industry, I do rather frequently use my experience in the industry to discuss things in the gaming space when I do bring up those topics. But in the interim between my last job and going back to college to get my degree in cybersecurity instead, I applied for just some general jobs, and of course I had recruiters reaching out. I for the last like 5 years I've nonstop with recruiters. They really want me to switch to whatever company. Regardless, I had other opportunities, and I did pursue those other opportunities during that time. But what I wanted to point out is one issue with the industry in general, not even just IT, just all industry, is the practices of their hiring. And this is something I don't talk about almost ever. Outside of, occasionally on Facebook or Twitter, I'll make a comment about something and be like, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. If it's been this long, if it's been almost 6 months, and you haven't even spoken to a live person in the hiring process, don't send me this email at all. I don't want this email. The email that is here that you can read, I don't want this. I don't want this. Any of this. Don't even send it to me. Just lose my contact info. Just don't even tell me anything. Don't tell me you went forward with somebody else. Just first off, me knowing me, you didn't even want to hire somebody for this position most likely in the first place. Because as I've worked in the industry, so I already know that there are fuck tons of these positions where it's just like, okay, guys, we're a little understaffed. We'll work on getting somebody. You couldn't afford me. You knew you couldn't afford me. You saw my experience and knew, oh, this guy's hired. We are we really going to hire this experienced network technician who's pursuing cybersecurity on the side and is very passionate about these things for this entry level IT job that he's well overqualified for? Like, sure, okay, this is a help desk position, and my experience is primarily with network technician activities. I supported corporate board meetings. I assisted like the highest people in company with their IT problems. Like, sure, mainly it was delivering ink and fixing, like, oh, your computer's messed up or my phone's messed up. But I was a help desk assist with that because, of course, in any company, many of the IT people will cross over between roles. If help desk needs some assistance, you're going to take a network guy to go help desk. It's going to happen. And just to make this video nice and brief, the point here is one, Best Buy, what the fuck? Like, I go to you guys all the time when I need shit, so it's not like you don't know who I am. Your hiring side might not know me. Your store people fucking know me. Your store people fucking know me because I buy shit there constantly for all of my IT needs. Even back when I was buying things specifically to use at work, I would go to Best Buy because they were just so convenient to get stuff like cables and drives and everything. It was super convenient. Still is. I'm still going to use Best Buy, obviously. But number two, it's if you are, in the industry, either IT or general corporate, like trying to get hired, um, don't be discouraged when this stuff happens because even with a lot of the recruiters that I've worked with, you might get a bunch of interviews, you might get nothing. It really is like that. But what I want to say is it's very frustrating when you get what I got in this email, where it's I applied for this job just kind of out of nowhere, just like some work to do while I'm getting ready for, college. Like this would have been nothing. This is super within my wheelhouse. This is within any network technician's wheelhouse. Like if you even basically understand computers, this is an easy job. So one, for people, don't be discouraged about applying to positions that are below your standard because, well, especially if you're like me, if you're very passionate about technology, why not? If you just need a real quick gig between, another gig for, a couple months, good, do it. I start my courses in shit, what day is it? Like 4 days. I start in 4 days. Like this email's coming in too late now. Even if you had sent me the email as the opposite of this, hey, we want to get in touch with you by getting this role, it's been too long. This is pointless. Don't send this email. But also, like I said, don't be discouraged if this sort of thing happens to you in the industry. But, that goes both ways, as I've just said. Don't be discouraged if this happens. But if you're the hiring people, just don't send this email at all. If it's been 4+ months, if it's been over a quarter of a year, just don't send it. We don't want to see it. We know you've gone with somebody else. We can assume that. We can figure that out. Like obviously, I went on to work in construction briefly and not IT, but I'd worked in construction before, so it's not like it was something else I hadn't done. I mean, I knew I was, well qualified for it. Licensed flagger for at least another couple of months before I need to recertify, but like, what the fuck? So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, das vidanya, arrivederci, goodbye.